Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you for joining me in Pootles Advent Countdown. This is a whole load of projects that are going to be coming out to you right the way through and into December. And this one is a hanging Christmas treat, but inside is a lip balm. Now I've designed it so that you, this is how you close it, and then you hang it on your Christmas tree and you tie it on like that. I can't get hold of the ribbon. You tie it. Oh, I can't get hold of it. Oh, for goodness sake. Get hold of it and it hangs like that, and inside is a lip balm. But obviously if you don't want to hang it on your tree, you can just close it up, shorten your lengths, and you can have them maybe at a craft fair, a whole load of them sitting there like that. And this has got, it's actually got a Stampin' Up lip balm in it. So we used to be able to buy these, but they are the same length as Burt's Bees, and I tried it against a few others, the same length as chapsticks as well. So I'm going to show you how to make it. So it's very quick, very simple, and you can get 4 of these from 1 sheet of cardstock. Very clever measurements. Okay, so the piece of cardstock you need, this is using the Home for Christmas Designer Series paper, which has got real red in it, which is the background. It also has Mossy Meadow, which is this one. And the piece of cardstock you need is 4 by 5.5 inches, which is 10 by 14 centimetres. And on the long side, let me get my scoring stylus, with the long side at the top, oops, I'm catching on stuff here, you score it at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 4.5 inches, and 5 inches. And then on the which is, sorry, in centimetres, is 1 1/4, 2.5, 11.5, and 12 3/4. Then you turn it round and you score it at 1.5 and 2.5 inches, which is 4 and 6 centimetres. And I've got a jet fighter flying overhead. Got that in my washing machine going. It's very noisy here today. So that's the outside of the box. So I'm going to fold and score it, and then there's a bit that you trim away. So burnish these score lines. Okay, so hopefully you can see all of that. Now the bits that we're going to remove are these parts here, and if I grab my chalk marker, both of those bits on both sides, so hopefully you can see that. So we're going to get rid of both of those. Oh, I've got front the tripod. Let's grab my scissors. Oh, I just stuck them in my hand. Okay, doing well today. Let's trim through there and through there. So we're going to get rid of that part completely, and the same on the other side. Okay, so if I leave that out for you for a second, hopefully you can see the score line. So we've basically trimmed the middle away and we've got a double score line there. Want to put the paper on first because that's always so much easier. And these bits measure 3 1/4 by 1 1/4, which is 8.5 by 3.5 centimetres. Let's grab my snail. Oh, I've got to get my adhesives out. And line that up, line that one up, and then I'm going to punch holes before I put it all together. And you can see there's holes in the bottom and in the sides and in the back and the front. So I'm going to put the holes in the bottom first, and I've got my little handheld punch here. So into that centre panel, just there, and the same round here as well. I'm going to fold this part together, and these bits, you can see that you can see where it creases. They are lining up over the top of one another. Let me just, like that. So if you grasp them together firmly in your hand, and you can punch a hole through both layers at the same time. Do you know what? I'm going to do them one at a time. That's what I did before. If I can do these. I've got shaky hands today, not really sure why. There we go, so that's some of the holes, and then we want to punch through these in the same place. So I would advise you to punch through the centre of one, grab a pen or your chalk marker or something, and just poke through so you can see where to line up, because I didn't on that one, they're not lined up correctly. Okay, so that's all of the hole punching going on. I'm just going to move away from the camera because I need to do a cough. There we go, let's scoot back. We've got a house full of coughs and colds right now. Okay, a little bit of stamping before I feed it all together. And I need a piece of very vanilla cardstock. I thought I had that bit out. Clearly I haven't got that bit either. Rubbish today. Just rummaging in my... I have a scraps drawer next to me. Here we go. There we go, see, scraps. And I have got the Happy Scene stamp set. Now I've used this for lots of different bits, but bizarrely I've only really used the sentiments and this one tree. But that's okay if you use it even just for the sentiments. If you use it a lot, it's worth every penny. Mossy Meadow ink, Deck the Halls, which I'm going to stamp onto the vanilla. Punch that with the word window punch, and I want to have a gap to the left, which you can see, and that is so I can put one of these beautiful enamelled dots in, and these are part of the same collection. So I'm going for the Mossy Meadow one there, off to one side. Got my dimensionals, and dimensionals with the word window punch, they're just slightly too wide, so if you take the edge pieces or you take one single dimensional and cut it in half, it's just the right size. So, okay, now to put this box together. So you could use fast fuse or something very, very sticky. Determine which is going to be your front and the back. They're identical, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to run some fuse along that bit and the one that's parallel to it. And those are going to tuck inside this part here, and the holes will line up, and the same over this side. And when you squish it in and pinch it, it exposes that hole there, and the same on the other side. When you squish it in and pinch it, it exposes that hole as well. Clever, huh? So you grab your lip balm, pop it inside, and I've got my trim, and I'm going to cut off quite a long length. So this is, I'm holding this nose to arm, that's a yardish. Okay, so I'm going to start, actually I'm going to pop that out for a minute. I'm going to start from the bottom. I want to expose the hole, and you feed up. And then come round and do the same over here. So just pinch to expose the hole. Okay, so that's just gone straight along the bottom. Come in through the side of this part. And the same round here as well. Okay, so hopefully my lengths are the same, just to make sure they are. Okay, so I've got my two ends here, and I'm going to work out which is the back. So I want to go from the inside, so I'm going to go inside, and it's going to come out that side of the back of the box, so where your seams are. This is the point you put your lip balm in. Okay, get the ends again. Okay, I can't get hold of them. There we go. So we've come out of the back of the box. We're going to go over, and we're going to go in through the inside and come out. So it's almost a sort of a kind of a stitching method. don't tangle yourself, which is what I've just done. And it will pull closed like that. Quite happily. If I tied the bow, it will close. I just need to get my peg to hold it shut because I haven't got enough hands. So tie a little bow on the front. Cute little bow. I'm going to tighten that up a bit. And like I say, if you just want to give it as a gift like that, trim down, but you've been left with a nice long length, and you can tie that onto your Christmas tree. And actually what's quite interesting is I'm filming this, I don't know what day of the week it is. It's Friday the 28th for you, 27th for you, but I'm actually filming this the Friday before. And I follow lots of beauty blogs, and somebody, a lovely lady called Jane, who's a British beauty blogger, she's just posted up on her blog a whole load of, they're called beauty hangers. Apparently it's the big trend this year for beauty products to be put inside decorative type boxes that you can hang on your tree. So clearly I'm on trend with the beauty companies, and so it will hang like that. And obviously, like I say, you could trim it down if you wanted to. And then just simply to finish off, that bit on the front, and you can hang it on your tree. Beautiful. Or you could have a few of them and you could sit them on a craft fair table, something like that. Anyway, I hope you like it. Thank you ever so much for joining me, and I hope to speak to you soon.